Soul Train, television's longest-running syndicated music program and the hippest trip in America with guest stars Atlantic Star, La La, George Pettis, and the Soul Train Dancers. And now, here's your host, Don Cornelius.
Hello and welcome aboard. You're right on time for another ride on the big train. We'll kick it off with songs from the Jets and Natalie Cole, all coming at you right after some very important messages. And it is the Jets on the Soul Train with a big and everybody showed up digging. It's called Cross My Broken Heart. It's the great Natalie Cole on the Soul Train, and one she calls Jump Start My Heart.
Hey!
And let's welcome a tremendously talented young lady who has composed and produced many great songs for other stars. She is now doing that very same thing for herself. This is her latest single on the Arista label entitled My Love Is on the Money, and her name is Lala.
It's time to get paid. My love is on the money. I see you, you see me. It's magic. I think love across the room. In the heat of the night, oh, I'll do you right. And boy, I'll make you flower bloom. Baby, let me live the life. Show me what you want me to do. We'll spend the night in solitaire. Rushing full of love on the floor, but I'm thinking of your mama said don't easily. Oh, it's so hard when you're in the place to be. My love is on the money. I'm gonna find me there. Know the right, my love is on the money. Plenty of time, baby, to turn on the light. I know that's right. I don't mean to sound vain, but you know my love is on my mind.
Thank you.
So nice to see you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you. I've waited a long time to meet you. Been hearing your songs all over the place and fell in love with a couple of them, including Whitney Houston's You Give Good Something.
Love.
This is Good Love, right? How could I forget the name of that one? You're also doing some producing of other artists.
Yes, I recently just finished producing a song on Stephanie Mills' new album, and a young man named George Pettis. A single will be coming out very soon, and just keeping busy.
You wrote and produced something on Glenn Jones also, did you know?
Oh yes, that was some time ago, a song called Show Me.
Now, performing. Performing is not new for you, right? You're from Queens, New York.
That's right, home of the Basement Bands, and I have always been working as a musician with my own band back in Queens. We had a band called Jack Sass, and we had a lot of musicians that come out of Queens, such as Bernard Wright and Mike Murphy, and all the guys from Queens, just some of the best musicians.
So how did you get involved so much as a writer and become so proficient at it?
Well, I don't know. I got to tell you, the only thing that I can think of is that it's a natural progression. You start off as a musician, you become a writer, then you start doing a little arranging, and the next thing you know, you're producing.
And what do you feel that the future holds for Lala? Do you think it's going to be as a performer, as a writer, or you just want to do it all and make all the money and become very rich?
Well, hopefully.
Yes, I answered that question for you. Right?
Yes, right. You did, but I consider myself a multi-threat artist because I am a performer, a writer, and a producer, and I hope to just become better and better at all three.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Bernard Wright, you're going to do a song later in the show with Bernard.
That's right. Yeah.
And that song's entitled?
The song's entitled "We'll Keep Striving,"
mm-hmm.
and it's written by Bernard and Lenny White.
Right. Well, it's a pleasure to have you, and we'd like very much to see you a little later in the show, okay?
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Lala, ladies and gentlemen. And let's meet two of our Soul Train dancers. Hi, your name?
Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
Darren.
And Darren, you're both familiar with the Soul Train Scramble Board, right?
Yes.
You have 60 seconds to correctly unscramble the name of a famous television personality and former football star whose name you should know. And while you jump on that, we're going to jump on this. Freddie Jackson and Jam tonight.
Tell me why you came here. Was it just to sit and stare? Won't you come down with me? Take out some time. If you lend me a hand, I know that we could jam. Let's get on down right now. Let's get on down. Oh, now don't you wanna jam tonight? Jam tonight. Jam tonight. Don't you wanna jam tonight? There's a new dance in town. Now who could be sitting down? You've got to move in time. The time must go on. Clap your hands, pat your feet. Now you have got the beat. It's not too hard to keep once you start to jam. Oh, now don't you wanna jam tonight? Don't you wanna jam tonight? Don't you wanna jam tonight? Don't you wanna jam tonight?
And from Long Island, New York, here is a great new discovery for the MCA label. This is his latest single on that label entitled My Night for Love, and his name is George Pettis.
Said to me that this is gonna be my night for love, my night for love. my night. This is my night. Oh, love. It's my night. It's my night. Oh.
George, it's a pleasure meeting you. I've been hearing quite a bit about you from you-know-who. And I'm happy to say that he's absolutely correct. You have a very beautiful voice, and I think you're going to eventually sell millions of records, and I'm sure that won't make you unhappy.
No, very glad. I'll be very glad about
How did you happen to be discovered by MCA?
it. I initially submitted a tape to Lowell Salas Jr. at MCA, the A&R department. He screened it, called me the next day, and here I am.
Well, I guess it goes to show that it is possible for an artist to get a deal by submitting a tape, right?
Yeah.
Which most people
Yeah.
would not believe.
Yeah.
I understand that you have an incredible album that's just being released, and its title is
Its title is George Pettis.
George Pettis.
Single is My Night for Love.
And you composed at least 2 or 3 of the songs?
At least 2 or 3, at least 3 on the
Well,
album.
George, it's again a pleasure meeting you. We'd like to have you come back as soon as your schedule
Sounds
permits
good. Sounds good.
and do some more songs from your album, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Mr. George Pettis.
Stay tuned for more soul and more fun as the Soul Train continues with Atlantic Star and Lala.
And let's welcome a fabulous group of entertainers who comprise a band that has given us at least 10 years of great music. This is their latest single on the Warner Brothers label, entitled One Lover at a Time, and they are Atlantic Star.
Can't believe this mess I'm in. Don't know if I'm coming or going. Got my heart spread too thin. Lately the strain has been showing. I need a new direction. Don't wanna share my affection. One lover at a time. That's enough for me. One lover at a time. You're all I need.
Wayne. Here we are.
All right.
Let's see. Turn around and face the camera there, brother. Okay. Our director gets very angry if I block the artist, you know, which I love to do. Everybody say their name.
Jonathan Lewis. Wayne Lewis.
Barbara Weathers.
David Lewis. Joey Phillips.
Okay, this 10 years of making all the hits and all the money, right?
Not all the money, all the hits.
Some still live in New York, and some moved up to Connecticut, you know? We're not going to say who moved up to Connecticut. But anyway, you've got another hot one on your hands, and I understand that the new album, All in the Name of Love, is almost platinum, right?
It's real close.
Okay. So that'll be just at least several gold records in a row that I know of, right?
This is a second gold album. As the Band Turns went gold as well.
And we were talking earlier about whether or not Atlantic Star likes to do things other than pretty ballads. And you said...
We can funk a little bit too.
That's exactly what he said. So what's on the horizon? I understand you're going to do some traveling?
Yeah. Right. We have a European tour coming up in September. And we should be there, I guess, 3 weeks to a month, something like that.
In fact, I made a mistake during the introduction. I said that One Lover at a Time was your latest single. Your latest single is a song you're going to do later, which is All in the Name of Love, which happens to be the title of this fabulous album. And I just didn't want you to think I've forgotten you're looking as lovely as ever, darling. Being with these handsome guys must be good for you, is it not?
It's wonderful.
We'd like for you to come back later and do that title tune and next single for us, if you will.
We will.
Atlantic Star.
Thank you.
And look out now for Alexander O'Neal on the Soul Train with a groove that sure enough makes you want to move real smooth. He calls this one Fake.
make your love my own. I need you so, oh baby, I won't let go. We can't forget the love we shared. I want you, I want you more. We'll keep striving. We'll find the solution. If we can. We've got to keep on looking. We'll keep striving. We'll find the solution. If we can. We've got to keep on looking. I want to say it again. We'll keep striving. We'll find the solution. We've got to keep on looking. Oh, yes, I can, girl. Striving. We'll find the solution. Striving. We've got to keep on looking. Keep on striving striving. We'll find the solution. If we can. We've got to keep on looking. Striving. We'll find the solution. If we can. We've got to keep on looking. Who do you love? I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. We'll keep striving. We'll find the solution. If we can.
It's been so many years since we've been together, and you promised me that you'll be mine forever. I put my trust in you wholeheartedly. Now it seems that you wanna leave me. Tell me where did I go wrong? I thought this love we had was very strong. Please don't make me bad.
seen each other. We've come up with some reason to stay apart. But baby, love is in your eyes, baby. Let's make a compromise. I'll be your lover in the winter time. Any reason, any season, I'll be satisfied. Long as I'm here with you. You'll be my cool in the summertime. Any reason, any season, you are my side. Whatever I'm into. Can't you feel the magnetism between us? Growing stronger and stronger. So why don't we do it all? All in the name of something beautiful. All in the name of love. All in the name of love. All in the name of something beautiful. There ain't no doubt about this feeling. Yeah, it's obvious my surgery with you. And I can tell by your facial expression that you have the same attraction for me too. But baby, the more you frame our eyes, we're destined to sing the paradise. And I'll be your cover in the winter time. Any reason, any season, I'll be satisfied. Long as I'm here with you. You'll be my cool in the summertime. Any reason, any season, you are on my side. Whatever I'm into. Can't you feel the magnetism between us? Growing stronger and stronger. Why don't we do it all in the name of love? All in the name of something beautiful.
And that just did it for this edition. We thank you so much for joining us. Let's do it again next week on these same stations, and you can bet your last money it's all going to be a Stone Gas, honey. I'm Don Cornelius, and as always, in parting, we wish you love, peace, and...